deal with airplane peanuts.
That was one of the best rants I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
That
Well,
was fantastic.
When it comes to going on wild podcast rants, nobody does it better than Tim Dillon.
He's the Michael Jordan of the rant.
And these are 7 of the funniest rants from recent episodes of The Tim Dillon Show, starting off with the DoorDash conversation from episode 437.
Making 4 payments to cover 3 tacos on Tuesday sounds complicated because it is, said Adam Russ, Director of Financial Services at the Consumer Federation of America and Advocacy Group. I wouldn't characterize this as a solution. It's a fintech innovation that creates problems. Hey, Adam, f off. We're hungry and broke. Why not? Charge it. People that go, why'd you go bankrupt? You go, DoorDash. I owe $80,000 to DoorDash. We're going to run into that. People are going to go, I owe $70,000 to DoorDash because I charged food for the last 3 years to survive. Now I'm on disability because I've eaten so much DoorDash, I can't even participate in the workforce. So now I'm in a scooter that needs to be paid for by disability, and I owe $75,000 for DoorDash. But by the way, a lot of people, and I get it, I've been in that position where you just don't have the fucking money. People don't have the money. That's what it is. People need to eat. They don't have the money. You know, I mean, what are you going to do? You could go to a store, I guess, and cook it. That's not American. It's not American. Think about being broke and cooking, how depressing that is. Think about being poor and in your kitchen with the thing like this, with the pan. It's not American. America is about being a delusional psychopath. It's like, that's what it's about. It's not about being a rational person that makes, America's about being a nut job all the time. So, like, you order burritos, you charge them, you scream and yell in your house, you live stream to no one. I'm f***ing. You coach, you become a life coach. You tell them that they don't know. Be like, it's all about the hustle, it's about the grind. They can't see that you're living in squalor, your own filth, you know. You're like, yeah, man, I'm going to crush it today. Monday, coffee. Yeah, that's the coffee. I got the coffee in my mouth. And then you go nuts, and then you order a burrito, and then they charge it, and then you're 40 grand in debt. You try to change your name, you cut your cock off, you throw it in the street, you become trans. You're like, I don't owe that money. You go, I think you do. And you go, stop dead naming me. You attack a TSA agent, you bite him in the neck at LaGuardia. That's what being an American is. It's not making eggs in Europe. What? That's not it. Being an American is about going into debt, developing an alternative persona, becoming trans, and then attacking a TSA agent. I think the thing about Casey Anthony that we all have to remember is she made one mistake. And I don't think we want to live in a country where, and I've said this before on the show, you kill one child and then it's like, all right, you're done. I still want to hear what she has to say about women's rights. Call me a nut. Call me a nut. Call me a nut to my face. That's fine. You can think sticks and stones may break my bones, but I like Casey Anthony. I don't know how it goes. The point is this. What did she do? She put her daughter in a backpack and threw her in the lake. Listen, folks, it was a long time ago, and I'm not going to hold it against her. What does she have to say about the women's rights? And the privacy is very interesting. I'm a known person. I get it. Sometimes I'm recognized I'm eating a frozen yogurt during the winter, and it's very strange. It's odd when someone sees you in Canada eating ice cream in the freezing cold, and they go, oh, that's a horrible choice. What a monster you are. So I get it. The whole privacy thing's a problem. Now, what did this woman do again? She put her daughter in a food processor. Now, that's not good, and I would never defend. But here's the only thing I would say. I would say, hey, things get heated. Just because this mother lied about literally everything, I want to hear what she has to say about the LGBTQ community. I want to. I want advocates, even if they've killed their kids. I do. Even if you dispose of your daughter's body in a wooded area, I want you to advocate for women and me in the LGBTQ community. There's nothing wrong, and about the right to privacy. Isn't that funny? She's banging on about the right to privacy. I mean, because it is disgusting in this country now what's happened. Because here's how bad it's gotten in this country. You cannot publicly kill your child and be left alone. That's how bad it's gotten. You make a reservation at the steakhouse, and you get some looks at the bar just because you killed your daughter and left her in a wooded area. LA needs to be run by somebody who goes, you're the gender you want to be, but then also kill that fish. Kill the fish. Hit it with a bat, bludgeon that fish. Take the fish out and hit it with a bat in the head. And then get the water, steal the water. Steal it from Lake Mead. Steal. This is Los Angeles. This is not an honest place. Steal, kill that fish. If we do not have politicians that can kill a fish, what is all this woke shit for if you can't then go and do the cold, hard shit you need to do? You should be telling people crap and then stealing water. That's the whole point. Tell them, look, Batman's trans. Steal the water. Steal the water. These houses are worth $100 million. They're going to burn down because of fucking fish? Get Rick Caruso in there now. He made that little Palisades Mall. And the Grove. The Grove's got a little train that goes around it. Stop importing these failed comedy writer, communist losers that want everything to burn because no one will read their spec script about pickleball. Get some hard operators back. Batman's trans. Did you steal all the water? F off. Kill people. Start killing them again. Do the controlled burns. Who gives a f if they're mad? Who cares if Greta Thunberg doesn't like it? Doesn't matter. Make a movie about that dumb bitch. There's ways to get on her good side. Bring that Swedish freak in and make a movie about her shenanigans. Keep your mouth shut about the stolen water. You want a movie or not, you freak? Put on your wooden shoes and put on your clogs. Get over here. We'll make a film about you. You keep your mouth shut. If LA is unwilling to bring that type of politician back, we're f***ed. If these people can't get tough with these interest groups, we're f***ed. If you can't tell people it's unreasonable to have homeless people running around here with gas cans, I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think it's Silver Lake. It's a shithole. It's a dump. Nobody moved to LA to live in Brooklyn with failures. It's a dump. The East Side sucks, except for Pasadena and Altadena, which I do like. But we're not taking edicts from Echo Park. No. It was called Beverly Hills 90210. You know what it wasn't fucking called? Eagle Rock 90210. Enough. Bring hard operators back. Cynical, craven people that will do what needs to be done, or the entire city will die. You can't have people running around psychotic, lighting things on fire. You can't not have any preparation. You can't have this boy moron who lives on a vineyard he said these interest groups own him. They own him. You should be lying to them. You should be saying one thing and doing another. That's the point. That is the point. Kill the fish. Oh, the fish is going to go extinct. Well, now guess what? The Palisades has gone extinct. You chose the fish over these white cunts with their fake hats. Where are they going to go? Where are these cunts in their hats going to go? That's the whole point of our country, is to be a cunt and a fake hat. You know, there's a lot of meanings of life, but one of the meanings of life is to figure it out. To figure out how to just have food and shelter. You have basic needs that need to get met. And sometimes you meet, like, no matter what you end up doing, there's going to be periods of your life that you're going to work at places you don't like. You know, this is what's going to happen. Everybody's not going to be, the people on Stranger Things, those kids. Like, and they're going to pay late. They're going to pay later. They're going to pay later. And everyone pays. You don't get out without paying. You know, what I'm saying, and a lot of people might disagree with me, is that a dead-end corporate gig where you're not too low and you're not too high and you're just kind of riding in the middle and you're going, you got a couple of free tickets to the game, you're taking some client, he's a real schmuck. But, you know, he might re-up with you. You realize that's it. That is you did it. You did it, because the world is war and hell and famine and chaos and, you know, or people taking ayahuasca in their Rolls Royce, try to figure out how deep is it? How do I need to actualize? But that's what it comes down to. So when you look at the state of chaos, it's all over the world. The idea that you have some boring dead-end corporate job is actually quite an accomplishment, not only of you, but of the people around you, yes or yes. Be happy with those things. Fight for them. Fight for the office. We're going back. We're going back. Where's that energy? It's all for Israel and the Palestine. Where's the energy to go back into the office, to crawl back into it? Crawl into it. We're going back. We're going back. Protest. Get your fat ass back in the office, because Deb is a sick bitch and you want to tell someone about it. I'm telling you, your life will not get better. Fight for this. No one's going to listen to me. God, they'll play this years from now. Years from now, after the people in this town have had me killed. Years from now, someone will hear this and they'll go, God, he was right. God, he was right. We should have fought for the shitty little deli in the basement of the building. We should have fought for our office. We should have fought for the break room. We should have fought for it, for civilization. We should have fought. When we had the chance, we didn't, because we were all pompous and we all thought we were better than that. And we didn't need it. We didn't need to see each other in the flesh or talk to each other. Life was a series of gigs or schemes. Jobs were for losers. Schemes were better. Gigs were better. Even though they only enriched the fucking apps on our phones and kept us on a perpetual wheel, offered us nothing in the way of cohesive social environments. We all became lonely freaks in our cars, our houses, our apartments, on messenger bikes. Task rabbit, showing up, installing a TV, and then leaving. All of this stuff. We didn't fight for the great American office, the great dead-end job, the great middle-class, mediocre, God, I wish I had fucking applied myself in college and I wouldn't be in this dump. The great backyard beer with your neighbor. This place, 30 years, they tell you to fuck off at the end. I'm telling you, you didn't fight for it when you had the chance. The biggest regret of my life is that I don't work in an insurance company in Ohio. The privilege. You think I like driving this Bentley? It ruins every other car. I'm in a rental right now. It's insane. It's an Infinity. It's insane. I don't even know how it even happens. This Infinity truck is horrible. Be smart. Fight for these things. I'm telling you. So many of you are not smart enough to understand this episode. It's very hard. It's very hard for me. How do I have a career at all? Right. You're right, because now I was killed in a tunnel by MI6 and the Mossad. All right. You keep doing this all the time. But you're right. I actually believe that the happiest I've ever been is not when I was going to Africa pretending to care about the babies. The happiest I've ever been was when I was in a bank with my girlfriends and we was all talking about who had bigger dicks, or the bankers. Which banker had the biggest dick. That was really fun. I didn't like Africa. It was depressing. That's Princess Diana saying what we all know.
Before we watch the final 3 Tim Dillon podcast rants, real quick, please make sure that you're subscribed to Joke World at this time. And if you're enjoying this video, be sure to check out Tim's new stand-up special, I'm Your Mother, out right now on Netflix.
I think the American public, because they have been so heavily propagandized and lied to, and have been told things that aren't true over and over and over again. The idea of fame as a concept, they distrust now. And I think that's a good thing. They just distrust it. They go, and then people, do you realize how famous people get in America? They get so famous in America, it's not even fun anymore. It's not even fun. The Kardashians are so famous now, they don't even have fans anymore. No one even likes them. They're just there. They're fixtures. They just exist. It's like a religion. They're just there. It's there. And you drive by and you look at the church, maybe you go in a few times a year. It's just there. It's a part of our society now. There's no fans of these people anymore. Jake and Logan Paul are so famous. No one loves them anymore, and people have just gotten tired of hating them. They're just there. You relent. They relent. You go, all right, it's fine. It's down. Yeah, the Kardashians, they're going to be the most famous people in the world. I gotta afford medicine. You succumb to it, and you know you have no say in it either. You don't really have a say in what happens. You just eventually, you turn around. If you're a normal person, you just turn around, and there's a bunch of people who are the most famous people in the world, and you don't know why. You don't know why. Every now and then you get like a Shane Gillis, who's a generational talent, who's an amazing, you know what I mean, stand-up comedian. You go, I get it. Or you get, even the guy who was watching do tennis last night, Skinner, whatever his name is. I don't want to learn his name. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not learning his name. Yannick, I'll blow him. I'm not learning his name. The point is, these people, I watch a guy play tennis and go, I get it. That guy's a top. That guy's amazing. However it happened, he's amazing. Then there's just a bunch of people that are just the most famous people. They're the most famous people in the world. And you don't know why. You could have gun in your mouth. You wouldn't be able to say, and tell us why this was. I don't know. I don't know why they're most famous. Please don't choose this kind of my mouth. Please don't do it. I don't know. They were, I don't know. No one knows. So no one knows why some people are famous. They're just the most famous people in the world. You relent. You go, okay, fine. They're just famous. There's nothing else to do. You would not be able to articulate it on your deathbed with a gun to the back of your child's head. You couldn't even come up with a fake reason why half of these people are famous. So what happens is you just relent. But it's that culture of fame. Like Russia, no. Russia's like, we got to just start paying people in America that are famous to say shit. Because apparently these people will listen. And it's like, yes, I get it. Spread that money around. Spread that money. But it's this game now of like, fame means not, it just isn't anything anymore. It's lost all of the things that it had. Part of the problem is that they come up with these movies like Snow White. They ruin the movie. And then you have this bitch. I mean, these are when actors and actresses talk, you realize that they're the biggest losers in the world. Now, the reason that we can tolerate that is because we don't know that. They read words written by other people, and all of their appearances are carefully managed and choreographed. But when they go off book and they start telling us who they are, we realize they suck and we hate them. And that's what's really destroying Hollywood. Sure, there's a million reasons. But the biggest thing, these people, when just given the chance, completely fuck everything by talking. And if they would just shut their mouth, no one is asking these people to talk. No one is pleading with them for their opinions on anything. No one cares. But they feel compelled because they're watching the people on the internet talk and get a following, being authentic, or being themselves, or being some version of themselves, or whatever. That being said, these people go, oh, I'll do that. I'll weigh in. And they make a big mess, and everybody hates it. Now let's watch Rachel Zegler here. It's just, it's cocky, it's humorless, it's everything wrong with everything. Let's watch it.
And to everyone who hates when I win,
oh my God.
The winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces.
What?
And people still line up to see her.
Oh no.
And I can only hope that despite my flaws, and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them, that at every premiere,
oh boy,
and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
Yeah, I mean, someone has to put her in a cage. Someone has to put her in a cage. I mean, there's no other way to say it. She should not be allowed out if she's going to behave like this while she has a movie out. You have to put these people in a cage. If you cannot keep your mouth shut, you have to get locked in a cage. Until we put a lot of money into this film. We put a lot of money into this film, and if you cannot participate in the promotional rollout, we're putting you in a cage. We're locking you in a room until you learn how to be, with all my flaws. With all my flaws. I hope at every premiere, people buy tickets. They're all crazy. They're all psychotic. It's insane. They're all little Hitlers. Despite my flaws, I hope at every premiere, I mean, just they're always acting. They're not humans. They're not people. They must be put in a cage for their own good. For their own good. You're not going to save Gaza. I'm not saying she's wrong about everything she says. I don't know I don't care. But you're not going to do it. You're just Snow White, and it's fake. You're actually not even her. She doesn't exist. You don't have any powers to save these people who are hurting. And this idea that you need to speak up, it's not, you don't. You actually don't. You can just shut the up. That's what I would say. I would say the movie's coming out now, and I put everyone in. I would get everyone in an office, and I would say, we spent all this money on this movie Snow White, and it's about to come out. And if you open your mouth at all about Gaza, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna come to your house. I'm gonna kill you. You understand that? I'm gonna come to your house and I'll kill you. If you talk about trans kids hanging themselves or Gaza, in the middle of the Snow White rollout, the production, here's what I want you to talk about. I love the movie. It's beautiful. What a story, and I'm so glad we get to retell it and reintroduce it to a whole new generation of children. And then I know you're going to want to say more. And you're going to go, and speaking of children, and I'm going to go, shut up. Shut up. Speaking of children, shut up! No matter what happens, no matter if we're nuked, no matter if it takes 1 billion years, no matter if aliens land, this will always be the zenith. We'll always just go right back to this. We will always go back to a self-important cunt selling cake to people before it all goes haywire again. Before the planet burns, before another ice age, before the aliens come, before fog blankets the earth, before we're all killed. I'm telling you right now, society will always rebuild back to this. There's nothing else. Society will always build back to this bitch in a beekeeper outfit making honey. It will always build back to this because there's nowhere else to go. That's the great irony here. That's the great irony of the human experience. There's nowhere else really to go. This is it. Every time society gets to this, they have to nuke us and blow up the whole thing, and we got to start again. The Sumerian tablets and the aliens land, and they go, how about you do it this way? And hey, this is math, and oh, cool. And then the Middle Ages, and oh, there's medicine. You don't have to use the leeches. And how about flight? You want to fly? And then you got, oh, cool, a computer. That's weird. Oh, it fits in your hand. And then no matter what, we always get to this. We'll always just get to this. I like to give people little moments, little things. I start with a color that inspires me, and I just move on from there. A little raspberry here, some flowers here. They're edible flowers. It always gets this is the place. And I guarantee you that we've done this before. We've been here before. We can feel it. We know it. We've been here before. Society will only ever get to this. And at this point, when we are doing this, when this bitch is drinking tea, that's when it's time to shut it all down and start over. And each time the aliens sit there, and each time they go, I wonder if it'll be different this time. I wonder if they'll get to another point this time. What happens? And every time it's a Meghan Markle, and every time she moves into the castle, and every time she gets offended, and every time she leaves, and every time they go, well, maybe good for her. What's she gonna do now? And then every time she gets to deal with Spotify and Netflix, and then every time she makes a bunch of bullshit, and then every time she starts a lifestyle brand and fires all her employees, and half of them quit because she's a cunt. And then every time she ends up with this Netflix show where she's in a beekeeper outfit. And the aliens, they're running the simulation going, just one time we'd wonder what would happen if they made other choices. Just one time we wonder what would happen. Just one time we go, do you think they'll get to this point and not do this? But every time, like clockwork, no matter what, time doesn't matter up there. So to us, it's billions and billions of years. To them, it's just every day. You go to the office, you click on, is it still this bitch? Is it still the honey? Is it still the cupcakes? Is this still what they're doing? And every time the alien sees this, every time they see this trailer, they just look at the other alien and they go, and then the other alien just shakes their head. It's nonverbal at this point. And then they press a button and they delete the simulation. And then they go back in the next day. The alien's taking off his coat. He walks into the room, and they're staring again. And she goes, look at how much honey we have. And they just go, and it's just, eventually they'll have to give up on us. Eventually they'll have to realize that no matter what they do, no matter how many chances they give us, it's just going to be this bitch making cupcakes and having glasses of white wine. That's all it really is here. So guys, however you do it, fog, exploding cyber trucks, cars going too fast, whatever you're going to do, nukes, drones, whatever it is, you can do it until your little heart's content. We will never not be stupid cunts in Santa Barbara making cupcakes for our dumb cunt friends. It's who we are. That's who we are. That's what you got. So you might as well not nuke us. You might as well not nuke us. You might as well call the drones back and just let this puppy percolate and maybe taste those cupcakes because they're probably not that bad. Don't expect too much from us, and you're not going to get it. Good night.
At Joke World. That's it. At Joke World.
And the world is WRLD.
That's a great YouTube channel, Joke World. Check it out.